Welcome to Hinge Primer. The purpose of this presentation is quite simple. We're going to assume that you have a cabinet of some sort or a piece of furniture that has a hinge that needs replaced, and you don't know where to start looking for a replacement because you lack the terminology to describe what you need. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over all the different types of hinges, and we're going to give them a name and tell you something about their function and tell you something about their parts. So let's get started. The first hinge we're going to look at, as you see here, are the butt hinges. The butt hinges generally look like what you see before you. And we're using the butt hinge as a beginning point to talk about all kinds of hinges because the terminology used with a butt hinge is also used with a lot of other hinges. So we're going to describe the parts first. Butt hinge consists of two leaves and a hinge pin and a knuckle. The hinge pin slides through these knuckles and assembles like this. And you may have a minaret on each end of the pin showing above the knuckle. Some people call these finials. Now if this pin is permanently installed, in other words if it won't come out, it's called a fixed pin hinge or a tight pin hinge. If the pin comes out, it's logically called a loose pin hinge. Now tight pin hinges are normally used in boxes and on lids and doors and things that you're not going to want to remove for any reason in particular. Loose pin hinge, however, is used on maybe a shutter where you want to take a shutter down and clean it or get it out of the way for a moment. You can pull the pin, remove the shutter, and then reinstall it with very little trouble. It's also used in house door hinges like these are all going to be loose pin hinges because you want to be able to take your house door down for various and sundry reasons, and you can just pull a pin, remove the door, take it out and paint it, hang it back up, move a piece of furniture through that wouldn't go through, put it back up without unscrewing all these screws. Another characteristic about house door hinges that you'll want to know is the corners. They come in square corner and two variations of round corner, which is a 5/8 radius round corner and a 1/4 inch radius round corner. You'll need to know those designations when ordering. There's also a hybrid, called a hybrid for obvious reasons. It's part round corner, part square corner. Other terminology you might need to know is your regular butt hinge is equidistant on each side. These sides are all the same length when it's laid out flat. If it's longer than it is wide, it's called a narrow butt hinge. If it's really extra long in relationship to its width, it's called a piano hinge. This piano hinge has a 90-degree stop. It won't open any farther than lay flat. This is also a piano hinge. And then they come extremely long in rolls. That's a 100-foot roll. And you cut off what you need. Still a piano hinge. That's pretty much it for the common butt hinge. We'll go into some variations of the butt hinge in our next video.